So the company that we are working with is called Mining Max. And then the most interesting things in the financial world. And speaking of the financial world, I want to kind of share some information with you guys to set the stage so we can draw some parallels and you understand exactly why this industry is just exploding right now. If you look at the dollar lost 42% of its value since 9/11. In the last 8 years, that portion was about 14.7%. And let's say that that rate of inflation is going to stay the same. If you have $100,000 in the bank today, while in 10 years, 8 years, 9 years from now, you're only going to have $85,000. That's why Robert Kiyosaki always says, why in this world do you want to own dollars, right? You have to put them someplace. It's a depreciating value. Why? Because it costs nothing to print. And right now the government is printing about $1 billion a day. It's no longer backed by gold since the Nixon days. So it's kind of a floating type of situation. Like many other currencies, it's using value, value, and value. And eventually, many analysts around the world are saying that eventually the dollar will be extincted and there is going to be a change and there's going to be a shift. And that's going to happen in the next few years. If you look at gold in 2009 was $1,087 an ounce. Now today is $1,256 as of a couple of days ago. So it gained 15.5% of its value in 8 years. To me, that's like watching the paint dry. I mean, if you got a lot of money and you can buy a lot of it, and you can hang in there for 10, 20 years, yeah, it's a lifetime project. I think that gold overall is a very, very good asset to have. Now, on the immediate basis to make money, however, I don't think so. Real estate, hey, real estate has good days and bad days. Unfortunately, you can make a fortune in real estate. You can lose your money in real estate. Last year, it gained about 2 to 11%. Nothing to brag about. In the last 10 years, however, it lost someplace between 2 and 17% in about 20 states. But it also gained from 2 to 38% or 38% in 30 other states. It works in bubbles. Your timing is everything there. And again, you can lose or you can gain depending upon the bubbles that are going on in the real estate industry. There is another industry that is coming on much stronger, and the numbers are absolutely overshadowing anything that you've ever seen in the past, and that is cryptocurrency. If you look at Bitcoin, for example, in January and 2009, when it came into existence, it was worth a few pennies or fractions of a penny. And then by 2011, went at parity with the dollar, and today is, as of a couple of 3 days ago, it's for $2,560. Could be more, could be less. If you go and check it out on on coinmarketcap.com. So overall, on average, it gained 2,560% of its value in 6 years. If you compare that with the other mediums that I just showed you, there is no comparison. If you purchase $5,000, I'm sorry, if you purchase 5,000 Bitcoins in 2009, it would have cost you around $27. Today, you would have $12,500,000. And I know people that have made that kind of money. And even if you bought it in 2011 for $5,000, you would have still made a tremendous amount of money. Now, Bitcoin is only the beginning of an industry that is coming so strong, and you're going to see more and more evidence during this presentation, especially because of what I'm going to tell you next about the Ethereum platform, which is a total departure, as far as I'm concerned, from the Bitcoin platform. Ethereum went live in 2015. By February 2017 was worth $11, and now this month is worth $370. So it jumped up 370% in just 4 months. If you purchase 100 Ethers back in February 2017 for $1,100, you would have $37,000. If you bought $10,000 of it, like some people that I just met actually did, you would have made $370,000. So this is very serious stuff, guys, especially for us. We are entrepreneurs. We're looking for freedom. We're looking for residual income. And this is the new gold. I mean, this is really, these numbers are really mind-boggling when you look at it. Now, there are two blue chips currencies on the market. One is Bitcoin. The other is Ethereum. They have 90% of all the value in cryptocurrency. And then you have alternate coin, which some of them actually are going to come on the radar screen as blue chip eventually. So we need to pay attention to those. They represent 10% of the market. They are exchanged in public blockchains. And then you have roughly 2,600 coins that are not exchanged in public. We don't want anything to do with this coin. Okay, those coins, most of them are anonymous, they're underground, they're someplace, or they're run by people that tell you a lot of things that, you know, they're traded internally. We actually, the moment you attach those to a direct marketing program, you have immediate legal challenges. I have a lot of investigations, legal investigations into the stuff. I'm telling you guys, we only want to touch stuff that is on public blockchains and stay away from everything else. Now, this is CoinMarketCap.com, which is the NASDAQ of cryptocurrency. When I took the shot about a week ago, that was the value of Bitcoin. I think it's a slight less, and Ethereum, it's around $350 now. But overall, just to show you that Bitcoin is #1 in the world and Ethereum is number 2 in the world. And let's put these two platforms side by side for a moment so you know what I'm getting at. Anyway, Bitcoin started in 2009. It's an anonymous ownership. Nobody knows who these programmers are and who owns this platform. And it was meant to be that way. It was meant to escape governmental regulation. It was meant to for making financial transactions without banks and their fees and their bureaucracy and their slow speed and so on and so forth. And it has gained a status in the world. It's recognized by governments around the world. It's now accepted as currency in major retailers, about 200,000 in the United States, 280,000 Japan, and it's now entering many other countries. The price hovers around $2,800, $2,900. I've seen it at $3,000. I've seen it at $2,500. But overall, over a period of time, Bitcoin is a mind-boggling story. It has a hard coin supply cap of 21 million. What does that mean? Well, cryptocurrency works like a mine, just like a gold mine or silver mine or diamond mine. There is no mine that is fixed, that is kind of, they have a limit, right? There is no mine out there that is unlimited. Well, for cryptocurrency to appreciate, it has to have a cap just like a gold mine. It has to have some kind of a cap in there that keeps it, you know, from depreciating. And so the cap in Bitcoin is 21 millions, of which 2/3 of it, about 17 millions of them, have already been mined. And also, it increased 90,000%. That doesn't mean that we are at the end of Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin eventually is going to be worth $100,000 to $200,000. You can definitely buy it and keep it. I think it will always do well, but we are not at the beginning either. And it's only a digital currency. The blockchain that is associated with Bitcoin is only digital currency. It does a peer-to-peer transaction. Joe sends Bitcoin to Mary, and Mary sends Bitcoin to Janet, and that's how it works. It's a monofunctional platform which is not upgradable. It is no longer easy or profitable to mine. You're out of the top of the food chain because you have to be early in the coin the first couple of 3-4 years in order for you to really profiting through mining, and consequently we can't. Bitcoin, it's you can make money by buying it, by reselling it, by trading it maybe, but you're not at the top of the food chain because mining is the top of the food chain. Remember this, guys, if you see a gold mine someplace in the mountain, I don't know where you live, but let's assume, hypothetically, metaphorically speaking, there is a mountain where you live full of gold. You can walk there and get it. Why would you want to buy it where you can go get it, right? So mining to me is the very top of the food chain, and that's where we want to be. Now, Bitcoin is having difficulty scaling also because each Bitcoin block, a block is a bunch of transactions in the same block. That's how a blockchain works. And that limit is 1 megabyte. If you contrast that with Ethereum, Ethereum started in January 2014. It was formally announced by Vitalik Buterin at the North America Bitcoin Conference in Miami. Vitalik was, he is a genius polymath. He's a kid. He's also the owner of Bitcoin Magazine. And definitely a believer in cryptocurrency, but when he saw the limitations of the Bitcoin blockchain versus what the business world needs, he decided to start a brand new one that has a completely different algorithm, and it will do a lot of other things other than cryptocurrency. Now, that platform has a hard coin supply cap of 92 million, so it's a much larger mine. It's growing about twice faster than Bitcoin by percentage. And not only is digital currency that we can buy, that we can keep, that we can cash, or that we can mine because we are early in the coin, but also this is a multifunctional financial and transactional platform that can run thousands of applications, not just cryptocurrency is one of the thousands of applications that can happen on a blockchain. And consequently, this one is pretty much unlimited on the number of applications that are capable of running an entire banking system, that can run many government functions. They can run medical, they can run real estate, they can run insurance. Why would we want the whole world to go on a blockchain? Well, that's because the database, as you know it, that the monolithic monster computer that runs your bank right now, which is one instrument, okay, which is protected by a layer of firewalls. It's an archaic, slow, expensive, you need buildings and structures and employees and a lot of things to run it, but a blockchain doesn't have any buildings or employees. A blockchain, when it's all set up, it runs itself, it's cost effective, it's much faster, it's independent from government, it's independent from banks. And when you have the attention, when the investors and users are Microsoft, Intel, IBM, Amazon, Toyota, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citibank, and 22, 24 other blue chip companies like that, then you know that the big chain now it's gonna be the way of the future when it comes of running businesses and many other things. At the center of the Ethereum is the smart contract technology, where these companies are using blockchain's applications for contract negotiation, facilitation, and also reinforcement. And consequently, everything runs automatically, very efficient. I can tell you the Bank of Korea is already running on Ethereum. Vladimir Putin met with Vitalik Buterin, is running 4 banks now on Ethereum. And there are many other dynamics that are happening around this. Why is that important to us? Well, that's because we want to make money with the digital currency. When we have participants like that put attention into the platform, well, the value of a currency, it's all about supply and demand. And consequently, this is really the right place at the right time, because we are at the beginning of the next big coin, which in my opinion, eventually is going to be bigger than Bitcoin and be a lot more valuable in the future years. So this is what I call the right place at the right time. So these companies put together what they call the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. You want to check this out online. I have a due diligence file that I can send you with all the links, save you a lot of time and due diligence. You can check all this out on Google. The more you study this, the more you study Vitalik Buterin, the more you study the EEA and all of that, the more you fall in love with this program. Now, in February 2017, Microsoft announced that it would offer the Ethereum blockchain on the Microsoft Azure cloud. That's where they run, that's when they invent, design, test, and deploy all of their applications. It's all happening on Azure. So Ethereum, as the first blockchain supported by Azure, is really big news in the industry. And that announcement will be remembered as the moment when the blockchain technology became mainstream, with Ethereum at the center of it. And now, before I give you the details on our program, I kind of want to give you kind of this warning screen here, because we are not one of these programs, one of these Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that exist in direct marketing, Bitcoin doublers, trading programs that really don't trade anything, Bitcoin doublers that don't double anything, they go out of business every 90 days, educational programs that are worthless because cryptocurrency education is free. It's all excuse products to make money through a compensation plan. It goes against Security Exchange Commission rules. It goes against FTC rules. Guys, I'm really warning you to stay away, because the FTC is very aware of it now and is coming to clean up this industry. And I have evidence of it. On the other end, mining programs, okay, mining is probably one of the most legal things that you can attach to a direct marketing program, because mining is using a computer to provide services to a blockchain, and on the other end, getting rewarded in coins. That's what mining is all about. And consequently, you work for a blockchain, you get rewarded. So this is not investment. This is, you either purchase a machine or you purchase a service, and you don't get a return, you get a reward. And consequently, if you're into the coins early, if the timing is right, if you have the right equipment, the right company, the right services, you can really make a lot of money in mining, being at the top of the food chain. I know that some friends of mine, when they invited me to mine Bitcoin when it was $380, I didn't understand all this stuff well enough to really get excited. While I was thinking about it, they made millions and millions of dollars just in the last 3 years. And consequently, I am not going to miss Ethereum. And mining is not a do-it-yourself deal. It must be cost-effective because it takes a lot of electricity. It takes a lot of cooling. These machines run noisy. They run hot. They're running, 6 video cards, high-powered GPUs, high hash power, and all of that. This is not something that you can do yourself. You have to be in a specific country to do this. And I'm going to tell you more about that. They also must be fast, right? They must be, otherwise they can't do the calculation fast enough in order for the mining to be efficient. It must be large scale. There are many, many technical reasons why you don't want to work with just one machine in your office, right? Like some friends of mine do, and they make drip drabs. It must be multi-currency. You got to be able to switch this machine from one coin to the next based on the market and where the market goes. It must have analytical that tell you when to hold and when to fold and when to go and when to stay. It must be upgradable because technology does get updated. Consequently, just like your cell phone, and it's changing every 2 years or upgrading, they have to be upgradable in a fast way, so you actually can go to the next level and stay apace with technology. But must also be well managed because these machines need management. If they break down, they need fixing. They have to be able to do it right away. Downtime is not acceptable, and consequently, there is a lot to it. And also, you must have group mining for the reasons that I'm going to tell you next. And that's exactly what our company does. Mining Max is the largest mining operation in the world. Is owned by the former president of Kia Motors. I'm going to introduce you to him in just a second. But you can own one or many of these machines. We have a limit of 100 per person, and you're going to be able to generate cashable, saleable, tradable cryptocurrency every single week. It will arrive in your back office, in your e-wallet. You can transfer it into your checking account, and you can cash it, and you can be happy with it, or you can keep it for evaluation purposes in the future. Now, this is a company that is one of the fastest growing company in the mining business. I know there are other services on the internet, and the more I research the industry versus what this company is doing, and the more it's impressive. They are working with companies like Samsung and LG, which are the top of the line, the top of the food chain on electronics. They have scientists, they have analysts, they have things that are already planning, the future growth. So this is a company that's really on the ball when it comes to staying apace with the whole cryptocurrency industry, especially the mining industry. And also, I can show you some shots here. That's a building that is located in Seoul, South Korea. Why Seoul, South Korea? Because electricity is almost nothing. And these machines are like monsters when it comes to electricity. And also they have to be cooled, and that takes more electricity as well. Plus the labor over there is cheaper, and plus you're dealing with the top manufacturer of electronic components in the world. There are many, many reasons why this mining operation is in Seoul, South Korea, other than the owner is Korean, although he's a U.S. citizen. And so you see some shots here. When you buy a Mining Max machine, you get a certificate of ownership. It's not a lease. The machine belongs to you. And then you leave it in that data center so they can run it for you 100%. It's totally hands-off for you. And you can start getting rewarded in cryptocurrency through mining. So this company really does three things very well. Number one is their machine management ability in the internet data center that they have. That data center is just like a level 3 facility. If you don't know what that is, you want to Google it. That's where banks are keeping their servers. They are earthquake proof, hurricane proof. They have their own generator. They have their own electricity. They have their own security system. Their entire standalone building to operate computers. They also analyze the current market so they can tell us which coins are best to mine, other than we know that right now are very focused on Ethereum. And also they do group mining. I'm finding out, I'm getting a lot of education on this, that the more machines are out there doing this, the better the mining is. And also, by noding up all the machines, by making them work synergistically, they can produce the efficiency of one single machine like yours and mine. Consequently, it's very, very important that if you're interested in mining, you have to be associated with this company. And the owner, his name is Daniel Park. He's a former consultant to the Korean government, specifically to Korean Bank. He has done a lot of high-level business ventures in his life. I can send you a whole bio on him. He's the former president of Kia Motors of America. He set up 880 dealerships here in the United States. He's a man that knows global expansion and has done a lot of things in his life. And one of the things that he talks about is global pay system. They're archaic. Through the regular banks, the fees are enormous. It's difficult to transfer money from country to country, and consequently, if you have global companies that are expanding, and Microsoft is a global company, so is Amazon, so is IBM, and many others. Obviously, there has to be a better way to do business, and they have to go into cryptocurrency, and that's why he developed the cryptocurrency global pay system. Eventually, he started running it on Ethereum. And then he decided to get into mining cryptocurrency, and he established the internet data center and mass mining in Seoul, South Korea, just shy of a year ago. Right now, we have about 40,000 machines and 1,500 reps in our company, mainly Korean reps. We're just starting in the United States since the last about 30 days. And very, very exciting what's happening with this company. And I'm going to give you some numbers, and you'll see in just a second. This is Daniel Park. This is the shot that I took when I went to the office just an hour and a half up the road from me in Los Angeles. And that is Sunny Sung, which is the master distributor of the company, hardworking Korean lady, former real estate lady, rolled up her sleeves. And I don't want to boast numbers. I don't want to do enticement on a presentation like this, but I can tell you this, guy, she's making 10 times more money than the standard master distributor in a multi-$100 million company in network marketing. And, when she told me that, those numbers are kind of hard to believe. And this is not an income claim, by the way. We absolutely make no guarantees of any kind. What we are telling you is you're going to get out of this whatever you're going to put into. This is not a free lunch. Yes, you can have machine producing money and you can buy as many as you want, but to make the kind of money that she does a lot more, as I'm going to show you. And consequently, she's a very, very hardworking lady, great lady. Now, for you and I, it's going to be simple. We buy a machine or several of them. We make money. We cash the currency or we keep it. And then we tell other people, if you decide to get involved either in the direct sales end of it or either in the viral marketing system that we have, then you can leverage a whole lot of situation there that is very, very interesting. Now, the mining profits is the first way of earning money in our system. One machine will cost you $3,200. You keep 60% of the mining profit and 40% stays with the company for service, maintenance, accounting, overrides, and global mining shares. Your cut, your 60%, will amount to about $800 to $1,200 per month. This is not a guarantee. By law, we can't guarantee you anything. This is based on a 12-month past history. And also, you need to understand that this is an increasing currency. I mean, it was just $11 just last February. And consequently, the level of difficulty of mining always gets balanced with the appreciating of the currency. However, I have reason to believe that we have a good few years ahead to mine this coin and make a lot of money, and these machines have been very, very consistent. This is the way for a lot of people out there, and we're bringing in a lot, to make money without talking to a person, without talking to a soul. And a lot of you should get this machine. A lot of you who are in network marketing right now, that join these programs and never do anything and never talk to anyone and never, make a penny. Wow, it's changing right now. Okay, get one machine or two or three or five or six or 10 or 20 and start making your money. My sponsors has 10 machines right now. My second appliance sponsor has 27 machines. And I see the money that they're making. It's a dream, guys. This is an absolute dream. This is the only done-for-you income system that I've ever seen in my 30 years, because everything out there that is done for you, it's a scam and it's a Ponzi. No, this is a real computer that works for you 24/7. Now, if you want to talk to other people about it and sell machines, you make $200 one-time commission per machine. So if you sell 5 machines, you make $1,000. If you sell 10 machines, you make $2,000. You can sell as many machines as you want to an unlimited number of people, and and basically sometimes, people ask a question to me. They say, who do I sell this machine to? The answer is to everyone that wants to make money without doing nothing. That's how you're going to sell this machine. I sold one to my gardener just the other day, last Wednesday. Okay, there is a nanny here, my neighbor. I sponsored her. Your banker, your lawyer, your attorney, your CPA, your bartender, anyone can have these machines. Well, the biggest machine sale in this company is 350 machines for $1 million. Okay, we have had 2 high-power leaders in the industry, put up $1 million because they understand timing and they understand momentum. There are banking people that are buying this. There are all kinds of people. You don't have to be a skilled salesman. You don't have to be a super marketer. You just mention it to people. You're going to see that they're going to want to take it for coffee. This is the most incredible thing that I've ever seen. This is electric. This is the biggest rocket ship that I've ever seen. And consequently, the moment that you start, if you really start talking to people in a real way, you will see that your phone is going to go off the hook. Your Facebook chat is never going to stop. I actually have to get out of this office and close my door if I want some peace. That's how fast it is going to go for you. Now, when you order your machine or machines, they're going to go online in about 15 days if you're in the United States. If you're in Korea, the machines are going to be sold this month. They're going to go online the following month. They have a schedule for that. But so far, our machines, they go online with the intent of 15 days. Then you're going to get a back office interface, and you're going to see the number of machines. This does not belong to anyone. This is just an example. And then you're going to see your adders being deposited there, fractions on a single daily basis. At the end of the week, you're going to have an amount that is going to hover around $250 in real profit for you. You can have the machine switch to another cryptocurrency like Zcash, for example, which right now they consider the second hottest cryptocurrency after Ethereum as far as mining is concerned. And then here you can see your direct sales piling up at $200 at a time in real time daily. And you can see some of the daily bonus, the cycles in the dual team system if you decide to participate in building organizations. So you can earn money by doing nothing, by owning a machine. You can earn additional money by selling machines. Some of us are making $400 with peaks of $1,000, with peaks of $2,000 a day since day one, just in the direct sale profit. And consequently, it can be very, very serious money. If you like building organizations, like myself, I've been building organizations now since 28 years. My smallest one was 30,000 people. My largest one was 400,000 people. I love to help people become wealthy. I love to help people really go out of their boundaries and become who they are supposed to become, and become and reach the levels that they want to reach. I love doing that. If you love doing the same, then you have to become a leader, you have to become a recruiter, you have to become a talker, you have to become a marketer to do this. We teach you A to Z how to do this business, okay? I do everything 100% on Facebook. I have a course that is called the 7-Figure Facebook Marketing that I teach to my team, and I teach to other companies and people in the industry, and it is very, very efficient, okay? And the last time I built an organization just 100% on Facebook, I built a team of 1,000 people in 3 months. That's how powerful that course is. So I don't care if you just parachute yourself from another planet on Earth, okay? You can learn in this team what it takes for you to be successful. Now, when the computer sees one machine to the left and one to the right, it pays you a cycle of $140 daily. You can have an unlimited amount of cycles per day, and then you're being capped at $10,000 per day based on your qualification. We also have matching bonuses of 5% on 10 generations in your personally enrolled tree. I like matching bonuses because they don't have a cap, and they're usually bigger than the cycles in dual team programs. And then there is the group mining bonus. That is the bonus that is changing the game in direct marketing. Direct marketing has an awful problem that is called attrition. All these companies, whether you are in vitamins, whether you're in nutrition, in skincare or travel or financing or whatever company or software or Bitcoin Ponzi's out there, whatever it is, okay, 90% of this company are lying about the retention rate. 90% of it. The retention rate is never 80, 90%. The retention rate is always 10%, someplace between 7 to 15%. okay? So meaning that if you're going to have 1,000 people in your organization, you can pretty much count on 70 to 100 to be active and the other one to be inactive. That's the reality of this industry. But when you have this machine in a data center, whether it's 1 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000, there is no one that is going to shut it off. There is no monthly fee. There is no auto ship. It runs continuously. In other words, they get paid, they make their money after the machine is working, not before. Unlike any other direct marketing company out there, that you got to pay those memberships or those products or those auto ship no matter what happens. And a lot of people can afford them and they drop out. This is not the reality with this. And this is why for the very first time in many, many years in this industry, I can see a business get compound on us rather than shrinking on us, where you constantly have to work to replace people in an organization. And that's what makes it very, very exciting. That's why Sunny Sung, the master distributor, makes 10 times more than a standard master distributor in a multi-hundred-million-dollar company in network marketing. Like a master distributor that makes, for example, $100,000 a month in a $100 million company is being overshadowed 10 times by a Korean lady that has like 40% English, okay, and knows how to work hard. Consequently, you really got to look at the dynamics and the numbers that are going on here, because they're absolutely mind-boggling. And then you also get to participate in the global mining sharing pool, which is 3%. You can qualify for a portion of that if you reach certain ranks in the dual team system. So in a nutshell, guys, in a summary here, we happen to be in an explosive industry. This industry has now proven, because of the numbers of Bitcoin and Ethereum and other coin, that this is way, way overshadows gold, overshadows real estate, overshadows almost any financial instrument out there that you can think of. Your bank is not giving you anything. Your $3,200 in the bank right now, it's producing $32 a year. In Europe, it wouldn't produce money. $32,000 in the bank gives you what? It gives you $320 a year. $32,000 worth of machines here gives you $10,000 a month. So the numbers are so outstanding here that obviously makes this program totally explosive. We are also dealing with advanced technology. We have 6-way machines with high-power video cards, 6 video cards machines with high GPUs and high hash rates, and a company that is already thinking of going to 8 and 11 and really going to the next level as technology permits it. We also have company with credible ownership. This is not some anonymous company in a basement in the middle of the Philippines that we don't know. We can visit this company. As a matter of fact, I have friends in Korea that went to visit the data center, and I went to Los Angeles and actually met that Daniel Park, and I feel confident about that. That gives me credibility in the marketplace that I'm enjoying something a little better than all the Ponzi's that are going on about Bitcoin this and Bitcoin that. And then this is a program, the only one that I've ever known in 30 years, that you can earn legitimately without selling, without talking to people. And I know that a lot of people don't like this business because of the recruiting involved. And I know that a lot of you that join this program never recruit a person. You should jump on this. You should buy as many machines as you possibly can and make money for a change. Also, if you just, you know, even if you're a shy person, just open up your mouth once in a while, you can actually make additional money selling machines. Now, if you are like me, that I'm on the phone and on the Facebook chat all day long and on LinkedIn all day long, then you can make like a CEO. You can make more money than doctors since the very first week in the business by just going out there and selling these machines. And if you want it all, if you want to go for the wealth, if you want to go for the big numbers, then get involved in viral marketing, become a leader in this industry. We're going to teach you everything. We do Facebook trainings. We do personal development training, code 1, code 2, code 3. We do advanced business development training. And of course, we do cryptocurrency training and anything that it takes to make our organization become successful. We have a Mercedes program also. Anyone from little Mercedes to big Mercedes, depending on your qualifications. These are some shots that I took when I went to visit to the company and made new friends. And a lot of these people are experienced in cryptocurrency. They were really, really pleased about what they saw, especially the guy with the long hair on the left. I'm making friends with him because he knows everything about mining and hash rates, and he's becoming kind of a knowledge center for Barry and I. And also I love this statement, continuous profit generations. I love that. No attrition here, guys. We can override thousands of machines in our organization, and no one is ever going to take them away from that data center. So I want to encourage you to call back the person that gave you this presentation. We can send you some files. We can send you some due diligence links, some information. I'm sure you're going to go on Google and check all this out. And if you're interested, call back the person that gave you this presentation. I will see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow at 2:30, we are not going to have a presentation. However, tomorrow evening, we're going to have a training. And that's, you're welcome to bring guests. We're going to talk about how to build. We're going to talk about how to make money. We're going to give, an amount of program technical information, very briefly, maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then we're going to get into the nuts and bolts, how you can make a lot of money in a short period of time. Because right now, the way this industry is working, we have to compress energy and make the money in windows of time. That's the way the industry has come down to. There is too much stuff out there. It's too confusing. So when you have a rocket ship like that, it's time to make a decision and get going. I'll see you tomorrow night at 6:30. Take care, guys.